Welcome, Doctor.
Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So I know it's late in the day, but I've been really busy. It was the wife's birthday yesterday. It's my birthday tomorrow. I've been busy at work and I've just come back from a wonderful family meal in St Evanage at the Banana Tree. I am stuffed. But yeah, I've been really busy. But Ian O Time Lord, so this is exciting. But Ian O Time Lord, like first thing this morning, he sends me this image of the new Vortex edition of the Anthony Ainley Master, and it's leaked, but it's leaked on Evil Bay. So what's going on? Someone's been trying to sell this unreleased. It doesn't make sense, but this unreleased action figure from Character Options, they've been trying to sell it on Evil Bay. It's been removed, but I want to know how much it was actually selling for. That would have been interesting. But we all knew this was coming. I mean, there's a set that I'm aware of that I'm not gonna mention what it is, but everyone knew about the Anthony Ainley set, and I've got to say it does look a million times better than I'd have even dreamt of. It looks wonderful with the you can exchange his head, and the Anthony Ainley famous grin and laugh. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You can watch it on BBC iPlayer or the Blu-rays or the DVDs, but you had to be there in the 80s to kind of appreciate Anthony Ainley. For me, he was, he'll always be the master for me. I thought he was great. I loved him. I absolutely loved him. And really excited about this. And this will be, apart from the Shooty and Ruby 2-pack, this will be the first Vortex edition set that I 100% I'll be buying. No idea how much this is going to cost. I'm imagining, because it looks amazing. I'm imagining it's going to be a similar price to the last couple of Vortex editions. I mean, there's no sonic screwdriver, and I don't want. And that was the only reason I didn't buy the Green Death John Pertwee, because I don't want a sonic screwdriver. I'm not interested. For me, that is, look, they're all toys, but that Sonic, it looked nice, but it's a toy. I'm not interested. And to spend all that money on one figure, because I'm not interested in the maggot. I'm up for one of the maggots, but it was just too much money. I just couldn't justify it. And also the next Vortex edition with is it Meep the Beep or Beep the Meep? It looks brilliant. The sculpting's wonderful. We all knew. Well, we suspected it was going to come because of the not so leaked images from the Toy Fair at Olympia last year. We sort of knew it was coming, and we all knew the David Tennant the coatless 14th Doctor was coming, and I was really interested in that. I still wouldn't mind getting a David Tennant 14th Doctor figure, because I think it looks great, and it should have been so much better than what it was. Those specials, I've said it before, they were disappointing. They were disappointing, and Meep the Beep, the Star Beast, was disappointing also. And I don't need to go into detail. And also, David Tennant, at the moment, he kind of gets on my nerves a little bit. But I'm sure I'll like him again at some point. But this set, this Anthony Ainley 1980s master set, it's honestly, I'm blown away. I knew it was coming, but it's a million times better than what I thought it would be. It just looks great, and it comes with his TARDIS. And for me, that column will always be the Master's TARDIS, because when I used to draw Doctor Who back in the 80s, I always used to draw the column, and that was the Master's TARDIS. For me, that was the Master's TARDIS, because I don't think back at the time, I don't think I saw the Keeper of Traken. I remember watching a lot of the episodes from Tom Baker's final season, but I don't remember watching the Keeper of Traken. But I do remember watching Logopolis. That had a big effect on me. That was so mysterious, and it was my first. It was my first regeneration. I was aware of regeneration because my older brother kept telling me, "Oh no, John Pertwee." I didn't really know who John Pertwee was, but I remember he used to say it all the time. And then he'd say, Wurzel Gummidge, he's the best. He's the best Doctor. So I was aware of regeneration, and then seeing Tom Baker change to Peter Davison, there was no. I mean, how old was I? I must have been about 4 or 5 when it happened. But yeah, I was. Doctor Who was for me. I wasn't leaving Doctor Who. How times have changed. But this is great. But I've had such a busy day today, and and tomorrow's the big one. Tomorrow's my big birthday, and it is for me. I've got to be positive. I'm in injury time, so it's late in the day. I'm in injury time. I'm coming to the end of the first half, and the second half starts tomorrow. As far as I'm concerned, I'm being positive about the future, and this set has blown me away. But I only had time to upload the photo that Ian Time Lord had sent me to Instagram and also YouTube. I uploaded the photo, but I thought I had to do a video because this is. It's just wonderful. So one of my viewers, they did say, I mean, there was a few comments on YouTube especially, and someone was saying, is that the casket from from the what was it from Doctor Who the movie? And I was like, no, that's the TARDIS, because you know what New Who people are like, And I was thinking, I didn't understand the question. But then when I looked at the photo in more detail, and I went back to the guy, it did look like the casket. Because at the time, I only had the front image of the Vortex edition. But it did look like the casket. So I went back to him and said, look, sorry, I didn't understand what you meant. I can see what you mean from your comment. It does look like the casket from the movie. And then I thought, but why would character make the casket that the Seventh Doctor carries the Master's remains in? But then I remembered that is it called the Green Death Vortex edition with John Pertwee and the Sonic? That was a mixture, wasn't it? That was a mixture of different kind of, would you call them props? Different items from different episodes. So I thought, well, maybe it is. But then later in the day, I did get the back of the box. And it's really interesting. It's all about Anthony Ainley as the Master back in the 80s and the episodes that this set is from. But one of the interesting things it said, I mean, this is basically what it includes. So it's the Master and TARDIS set, and it includes the tissue compression eliminator, which was the Master's weapon of choice, and I loved that. I thought it was a great weapon that could shrink people. And when I watched Logopolis for the first time, which just seeing two police boxes next door to each other, that was amazing for me. But that tissue compression eliminator, when I saw Tegan's auntie, I can't remember her name. Is it Aunt Vanessa? And she was just this little thing sat in was it in the back of the car? And then he shrunk a policeman as well. How sick is that? It's just sick. I mean, it's proper evil. And yeah, that had an effect on me. Funny enough, only yesterday, it's just mad coincidences, I saw the same model car that Aunt Vanessa drives, well, Tegan drives, in Logopolis. It did look beautiful, and it was in red as well. So that was just mad. That's got nothing to do with this video. But yeah, I saw it yesterday. I thought that's unbelievable. That is Aunt Vanessa's car. But yeah, so it's got the tissue compression eliminator. It's got a Time Lord funeral casket and Matrix internment orb as used by the Seventh Doctor to carry the Master's remains back to Gallifrey. And I love it because I'm a big, massive fan of Doctor Who the movie. It's still a video VHS that I want to get. I mean, I've got, if you follow the channel, I've got every single Doctor Who VHS in existence. I've still got them. I'd never get rid of them. It took me so long to get them all together. But one video I don't have is Doctor Who the movie from Woolworth. The Woolworth's exclusive with the glow-in-the-dark Doctor Who logo. Now, I've been told by many people that the ones that do exist, I've only seen one on eBay and it was all faded. But the ones that do exist, it no longer glows. You can't even see that it glows. But if I find one with the little Woolworth sticker, because you see loads of the WH Smith sticker, but I've seen one with a Woolworth sticker and a little bit of goo on the logo, I'm having it. That is one video that I do want to get. I'm a massive fan of the movie, and my VHS has been signed. I think it's been signed by both Paul McGann and Daphne. Is it Daphne Ashbrook? I think it's Amazing Grace. But I just love Doctor Who the movie, and we need a movie TARDIS. I'm sure AD said that there was no issues with him making a movie TARDIS, which is so much like the 80s TARDIS anyway in dimensions. It'd be so easy to do. But as well as the items within the set, reading it, it's all about Anthony Ainley, the 80s, the episodes, Logopolis, Castrovalva. It also mentions this: the Master once again escaped, however, and had many more adventures of his own before eventually being forced to extend his life through a particularly elaborate plan involving a death worm, Morphant. So I've never heard of that. I mean, that must be that condition he had where he was this kind of Terminator 2 translucent snake serpent. But so I've never heard that term before. I don't know if that's from the novel. I'm not sure. Yeah, a particularly elaborate plan involving a death worm, Morphant, after his seeming execution by the Daleks. The recovery of his remains by the Seventh Doctor proved, as always, deadly, as it set in motion a series of events that ultimately led to the Seventh Doctor's regeneration into the Eighth in 1996's The Enemy Within. And I love that because, was it The Enemy Within? Was that the working title for the movie? They were going to call it The Enemy Within. Wasn't that the name of the first... the pilot episode of Star Trek? I can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember. Was it? I'm sure it was Enemy Within, Star Trek, the first. I can't remember. I'm sure there is a Star Trek episode called The Enemy Within. As you probably know by now, I don't do much research for this channel. I think it shows. But yeah, I did. I loved that. And I loved the bits about the movie, and it makes me want to read up on the movie a bit more. But I'm excited. I am excited, and as soon as this gets released, I want to buy it. I'm thinking now that it has leaked on Evil Bay of all places, I wouldn't be surprised if Character Options do a press release tomorrow and have this available to not pre-order, but to order for delivery Monday, Tuesday at the latest. That's what I think, because this is only is it the third? Is this the third Vortex set? Because, see, I can't remember. I think this is the third Vortex set, and it's September now. So they don't have, they said they were going to release 5 sets in total. 2 have been released already. This is the 3rd. Well, I'm assuming it's the 3rd. One of the ones I know already, and there's a 5th one, but they've only got 3 months. And I wonder if they're going to do it for the Christmas market as well. Christmas market, is that the right? That's probably the wrong term to use. Christmas market for the Christmas. I don't know. In time for Christmas, so everyone can buy them for their loved ones. I wonder. I wonder. I mean, who knows? They definitely need to bring out a Paul McGann 8th Doctor. Well, it doesn't even have to have Paul McGann, but I'd like the 8th Doctor Daleks from the movie, because we hear them with their weird voices, but we never see them. I'd love that. I don't know. I don't know what they could do. Kind of, would they be Imperial Daleks? I always imagined them to be Imperial white and gold Daleks, but obviously this was before before New Who in 2005. So there's so much potential for the for classic Doctor Who, and I just get so excited for classic Doctor Who. The new set's not so much. I've still got to open up my TARDIS and open up my Eva the Daleks set, which I'm looking forward to doing very, very soon. But I've just been so busy. But as soon as this is out, which I suspect it will be ready for order, because they got to get their computer ready, haven't they? The old website for character options. I reckon this will be ready for ordering on Monday or Tuesday. Don't hold me to that, but that's what I think. And then we've got another 2 sets to go before Christmas. But yeah, this is definitely a classic Doctor Who fan's dream. And I've never had the Anthony Ainley, the original version, which everyone says wasn't actually the Master. It was Chameleon, because it's from Planet of Fire. But yeah, I mean, character, just keep making keep making the classic Doctor Who figures, and you'll keep me happy. But yeah, well happy. If I get any further updates from E&O Time Lord, I'll be sure to let you know. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the first half of of my life, and tomorrow will be the second half. And yeah, going to Cambridge, where they filmed Sharda, or as I know it, The Five Doctors, with Tom Baker and Layla Ward. But that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And also, don't forget, tomorrow, because it's my birthday tomorrow, but Comic-Con starts tomorrow. The Collectomania starts on Friday the 12th of September, my birthday. I was going to go, but there's no guests. And I kind of feel that there won't be any atmosphere. I like the atmosphere. I like the atmosphere of people being there, as well as like seeing what I can buy with my birthday money. And I know that who's there? You've got David Bradley's there. David Bradley is at Collectomania on Saturday. I was tempted, but he's £40. I love David Bradley. First became aware of him back in 1996, I think it was, in Our Friends in the North. I loved that show, which also starred Christopher Eccleston. Absolutely loved it. Loved that show. Me and my cousin used to watch it every week. So he's there, and he also played, he's in The World's End as well. Check out me and Chuffy Futter's location video for the World's End. That was a good day out 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah. But yeah, Collectomania starts tomorrow. I'm going on Saturday, and the Brigadier's daughter's there as well from Unit. What's her name? I can't remember what her name is. Kate Lethbridge Stewart, who the first story I saw her in was the Buddha of Suburbia. I'm sure it was her, and you did get a good look. Yeah, but I'll end it there. That's the end of the video. That's the end of the first part of my life. The end of the 40s. 50 tomorrow. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It lets me know you care. It also helps the channel, and I will see you in the second half in the next one.